Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Journalist Toolbox training. My name is Mike Riley, the founder and editor of Journalist Toolbox. If you go to the website journalisttoolbox.ai, you'll find all kinds of free links to tools and resources useful for journalists. I also have on the right rail here links to YouTube videos, training videos, as well as a newsletter that I'll mention here in a minute. The tool we're going to work with in the video today is Sora, which you can find on our video creation and editing page. It's usually right up toward the top here. You can see Sora is right there. It lists many other video editing tools here and short descriptions and about those tools. And I always have a what's new section up here at the top. I also embed videos in on how to use the various tools. One of those videos, which you're watching right now. So besides the web page here, we do have the YouTube channel. If you subscribe to that YouTube channel, you'll get updates every time I add a new video up there. We have more than 115 videos up there over the last few years, everything from AI tools all the way to editing video and audio on your phone, how to build infographics, all kinds of really cool stuff. So if you have people in your newsroom that are a little technically challenged, give them some of these training videos. Most of them have an exercise in them, and they're short. They run, no more than 15 minutes long. Some of them are as short as 5 minutes. We also have the newsletter. It's a Substack. It comes out every other Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time. You can open it up, get through it in about 5 minutes, and really quick read. It's got some training videos in it, some other tools and links and things like that. I try to address a different tool or different issue in each newsletter. So take advantage of those tools. They're very, very, very useful. As I mentioned, the tool we're going to work with today is Sora. This is Sora.com. It launched finally in early December. It took about 10 days before a lot of us could get our accounts on there, largely because Sora was having server problems. Sora is OpenAI's foray into video production using AI prompts. You can create what's called storyboard in here. It's right, a little tool right down here in the lower right that allows you to put a series of videos together and export it as one longer video. That's important because the videos you create in Sora are very short. If you've got the ChatGPT Plus program or account, you can use Sora for 5 to 10-second videos. If you have the ChatGPT Pro version, which runs about $200 a month, you're going to be able to do 15 to 20-second videos. So there's a big difference there. It was a big surprise to me, when they first launched it, that having a Plus account, which is what I have and what I have for my class, for my students at UIC, only gets them 5 to 10-second videos. And so you got to be very clever in piecing together your B-roll and your storyboards to turn it into a video that works. How is it useful for journalists? It does have a GIF export button on it. It can be useful for creating a quick GIF. It could be useful for creating some quick B-roll, maybe that you don't have in a video, a news video. Always make sure that you make it clear to the reader in the lower third in the description on YouTube that it contains AI video. You're not trying to use it to recreate a news event or anything like that. But typically, it's just a very innocuous B-roll, or you're trying to create some type of effect or something like that. But you need to tell the viewer, the reader, that the video does contain AI generated video. It's been a big problem or a big concern among those of us in the fact-checking world that Sora videos are going to be big game changers. I think it still could be as far as trying to fact-check videos. But from what I've seen from it in testing so far, I'm not too worried. And you'll see some examples of this in a minute. So the experiment. I've written a bunch of prompts here and kind of walk you through my process with the prompts. They do take a while to cook in Sora to generate the videos, even though they're short. And I'm going to actually take this last exercise 6 here, and then I'm going to show you what I got from prompts 1 through 5. So 1 through 5 I've already created, and I'll walk you through them while number 6 is up here cooking. Number 6 is a prompt that I actually took out of Sora's beta development program. They had a really robust beta program, and it's the prompt that created this video. I want to see if I can get something close to that. One tell in this for the fact checkers out there, look at the bushes on the left here. See how they flash a little bit and pixelate? You'll see it in the rocks on the right when the video first plays. That is a good clue that it is AI generated video. Also, with the lower paid version of this, it will have with the plus version of this, you will see in the lower right hand side that the Sora logo appears in a little watermark in the lower right hand side. So I'm going to take this and see if it'll recreate it or get something close to that. It publishes your prompts with it when it finishes, which is kind of cool. And then we'll go through all these videos here in a minute. These are the ones that I created from the prompts I've given you. And I'll walk you through those and kind of talk about them while this other video's cooking. It's really simple to use. It's got new folder projects over here on the right, so you can create a new group of images that you want to group together and storyboard. You can look at all your videos here. You can favorite them. You can upload videos and put them in here. It does do text to video, which is what I'm doing here. It also does image to video and video to video, like some of the other tools like Runway and others. It has a whole page full of recently posted videos by others. If you want them published. Down here is the main workspace. You can add an image or video by hitting the plus sign. You can pick your aspect ratio. I'm going to pick 16:9. I want it to be horizontal. You can pick square or 9:16 is vertical. I'm going to go with 720p for 5 seconds. That's the trade-off here. If you want to go 480p, then you can do 10 seconds. But if I want 720p, I can only go up to 5 seconds, which isn't a lot of time. You can ask for how many versions you want, 1 or 2. Sometimes it'll give you up to 4 with 480p. So I'm going to go with 2 variations of it. You could also run the prompt again to get other variations of it. And so I'm going to drop my prompt in here and then hit the launch button. It says it's added to the queue up here in the upper right. And it does take some time for this to publish. While that's running and working, I'm going to show you the other prompts I have and the results. The very first one I did, and it's on your handout here, right here under the first prompt. I wanted to create an ascending helicopter, a helicopter climbing with a snow-covered mountain in the background, late afternoon sunlight. And I set it to 5 seconds. It's set 720p. It actually rewrote it for me. I made this suggestion to the prompt. I had to add this boldface section to it because it created a helicopter moving backwards. So I'll hold this over it and show you what we got. So it's flying backwards, not very good. Here's what after I corrected it. Few things with this. It's actually kind of descending before it takes off in the snow-covered mountains. It's a rescue helicopter. I put that detail into my chopper prompt. But notice the blades. Chopper blades do look kind of funky in video, but these are actually going 2 different directions. So it does struggle sometimes with motion. Here's one that I was very disappointed. This is the second one I did. I asked for my prompt. Chicago police chase a young man through the downtown streets. They're running, but the young man, tall and thin, easily outruns them. They have their guns drawn, but do not fire. As you see here, there are cops running the other way. One runs right by him. Others are far in the distance. The person running kind of runs at a funny angle. But the most disappointing thing about this is, look at my prompt. I asked for a young man, and it gave me a person of color. It assumed that the person running from the police was African American. AI is known for its biases. It has been getting better. I've seen tools like Midjourney do much better with prompts and diversity. But boy, this one, I see some big biases here. And again, it's, early stages of the tool, but they should have probably solved a lot of this during, the beta testing with it. I do have a problem with that. This is one that fared a little bit better. I wrote the prompt, and it's again on your handout, of a woman walking through the streets of New York in a business suit. The motion's very good. I did two variations of it, but look at the cabs in the background. One drives over the curb and moves kind of horizontally. This one has a front and back to the cab on the one on the left. Just very oddly shaped and weird motion. Also, look in the background on the signs and the signs on the building, the text on the cab. It's all gibberish. Why are all the license plates blurred out? That's another big tell with AI video. I wanted to see if it could recognize a specific brand in this one. So I asked it to recreate a BMW M340i racing along a mountain road with the snow-capped mountains in the background and water on the typical promo video for a car. It did pretty good job on the one in the upper left, but it does that funny turn. It just kind of spins around. The one in the lower left is probably the best one. It picked up the blue color of the car. It did get the body style right on it. That is an M340i body style. So it's gone out and it's got the BMW emblem correct on it, the badge on the front of the car. So it did a really good job of picking that up. Again, it took it out of images of the car, specs of the car that have been posted online, by BMW. So it does a good job of recreating that. Keep an eye on your auto uh, uh, dealers and people who are selling the cars, the automakers, because you're going to see a lot more AI with their cars in some of their promo videos. I'm already seeing some things that raise an eyebrow or two. Either AI generated or highly doctored video. So they need to develop some standards there in the advertising world. So it does recognize the brand. That was encouraging. This next one, I wanted reflections in the window of a train traveling through downtown Chicago's Loop on the CTA and an elevated Brown Line train. Have a little boy looking out the window at the skyscrapers. And the one in the upper left, the poor little guy's hanging outside the train, and look at the look on his face. Big fail. The others did a little better. This one, the lower left, is pretty good. It shoots kind of from outside in, shows a little guy's face looking through it. The reflections in it, probably a little too much window there. It looks like his reflection's kind of moving along in the train. The one on the lower right's not bad. It did get the Sears Tower in there, a couple of the other skyscrapers. This one in the upper right is okay, but again, the window is very big. It's almost like there's no window there. But it does struggle with some things. And in the beta version of this, it didn't have a lot of these really poor results. And even if I give it detailed prompts and improve it, it's still making some of these early mistakes. And that's why you always have to ask for more than one variation of the video, in case it does, make this weird hallucination like we have in the upper left-hand corner. Even the buildings outside of it aren't right. The Hancock Tower or the Sears Tower, I should say the Willis Tower. We still call it the Sears Tower in Chicago. Is shaped kind of funny. Same with the Sears Tower down the lower right. It's properly shaped. The one in the upper right's a little bit off, but very close. But still a little off. The one in the upper left isn't that building at all. So let's see how we did with the Jeep on the winding road. Not bad, a little different look to it. The one on the right resembles very closely the video that we saw in the beta test. One problem here, though, look at the dust kicking up in front of the truck. The dust should be kicking up behind it, which it is. But it's also kicking up in front of it, which wouldn't happen unless it's a windy day or a small twister was forming in front of it. But again, you would have to go in and really refine these. So we'll do many other tests with Sora. But right now it's just kind of, I'm playing around with it, kind of looking at the B-roll to see what we can do with it. If you want this handout with all of the prompts on it, this would be a good thing for those of you teaching and training your staff to get them using it. Just go to this link here, bit.ly/Sora test 25. It's got a link to the toolbox and the newsletter there. It's got all my experimental stuff. And I had links to my Blue Sky and Twitter threads that I wrote about my experience creating this first video. So I've got links to those. You can read through those, as well as all of the prompts, all of the settings I used. And then other sort of examples down here at the bottom. These are just some links I found on Blue Sky and on X of things that people have tried with them. So some other beta prompts that you can test as well. So good luck with this. I will be posting more videos in the very near future on how to use this tool as it starts to progress and improve.